Hi Sassy Crafters, welcome back to our channel. My name is Leah from the Sass & Crafts Florida team, and today we're going to learn about doing the candy cane tumbler tutorial. This is a step-by-step tutorial on how to do the candy cane tumbler. Christmas is my absolute favorite season. From applying the glitter to the final coat of epoxy, this was absolutely fun to make. All the materials that have been used in this tutorial are listed below with the affiliated links. Let's go ahead and get started. To get started, I'm going to be taking the big size of the double-sided tape and I'm going to measure it on the cup and cut off where I need it to stop. Now I am going to do 6 of these pieces and I'm going to go ahead and pre-cut those, get them ready to go. And the reason why I'm doing 6 pieces is because I'm actually putting them together. They're going to be flush with one another because I wanted a big stripe as the main stripe. So what I'm doing right here is I'm going ahead and pulling it diagonally down, making sure that it's nice and flat against the surface. I'm going to fold that piece over. I can take care of that with an X-Acto knife at the end. And what I'm going to do on the bottom, I'm not going to cut that off right there at the lip. I'm actually going to fold it under a bit and then I'm going to cut it right there because I want that stripe to continue. And I'm actually going to cover up the bottom so I don't have to worry about that. And I'll take that little piece and I'll save it for later. So now it's nice and flat against the surface and it's at a diagonal because we want to get that swirl. So right now I'm putting another piece of that big double-sided tape right against it. And I'm trying to line it up as close as I can because I want this stripe to be, you can see it as one stripe. I'm making sure that there are no gaps in between, making sure that it is nice and flat, folding it over, and I'll cut that little piece of tape off. Now you can use a measuring tape and you can make sure that they're all the same length, but I just kind of eyeballed it. So I'm making sure that it's nice and flat, making sure that it's as close as possible to that next piece of double-sided tape. You see I got my swirl still going on right there. Right, next I'm just kind of eyeballing it again. I'm spreading the big stripes out. You're more than welcome to just use one piece of double-sided tape for the big stripe, but I wanted to make 2 because I wanted my main stripe to be extra large. Okay, so I'm going to do this 3 times. And I'm making sure that they're all kind of spaced out pretty evenly. So I'm going to have 3 main big stripes on my cup. Next, I'm going to be using my medium-sized double-sided tape. And I'm going to put it just a little ways away from one of the big stripes. I'm going to keep going with that swirl pattern. I'm going to move it down diagonally. Make sure it's nice and flat. The reason why I rub it to make sure that it's nice and flat is because you don't want that double-sided tape coming up when you go to peel off the first layer, so then both sides are sticky. So you can see that I have a nice good space between the big one and the medium-sized one. And we're going to leave a gap in between the next big one in the medium size because that's where the small size is going to go. Right now I am putting on another piece of double-sided medium tape, making sure that it still stays with the swirl pattern. And this time I only cut out 3 pieces of medium tape. Next, I'm going to be using the smallest double-sided tape, and it's going to go in between the medium and the next large one. So then you will have a large, medium, small pattern. As you can see, it's in between those. I'm showing you where the next one will be. So this is what my tumbler looks like when all the tape has been applied. Alright, so next up what I'm going to be doing is pouring my glitter into medicine cups. It's just a little easier for me to handle. So right now this is going to be our Cherry Laser Red 008. This is from the Sass & Crafts website. And I'm also going to go ahead and do my Silver Lining 015 into a medicine cup. Like I said, it's easier to pour onto the cup because then I don't have to hold the entire bag. I just have a little cup that I can help sprinkle onto there. I love the shine in this Silver Lining. I think it's pretty underrated. This Cherry Laser Red actually has a lot of shimmer in it, and that's what I love about these glitters. I'm going to start with my big stripes. I'm going to start by peeling off the top. And you can see that they're right next to each other, so it makes one big stripe. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving up the stripe. And when I do that, I'm going to go back behind with my finger and press it into the tape. So that way I know that it's sticking into it. It's just a little extra step to make sure that it catches all that glitter. And I'm going to shake off the excess. And then I realized that I needed a glove because my fingers were getting very red at this point. Now I'm just going to work up that stripe. Make sure that it is all covered. The bigger stripes require more glitter, so I'm making sure that they're nice and covered before I move on. As you can see, I'm going back in and filling up some of the gaps. I'm just going to remove that excess glitter with this fan brush. And now I'm going to go in and fill in all the rest of the gaps that I might have hit with that fan brush. And that's what my stripe looks like when it's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that to the remaining number of my big stripes. And that is my big stripes all completed. Now I'm going to be moving on to the medium-sized strips. And there is my medium size all completed. Now for the thin double-sided tape, I'm going to go in with my silver lining. Now I'm going to be taking my finger, just like I did with the red. I'm going to be packing that silver lining down so that double-sided tape can really pick that up. It really makes this cup pop. I'm going to flip over to the bottom of the cup and make sure that the silver and the red stripes that have come over the lip have been covered up with glitter. And there you have it. That's my candy cane tumbler. What I'm going to do next is seal it with Mod Podge Gloss Clear Acrylic Sealer. I'm going to make sure that's nice and sealed up before I go put it on the turner to apply the epoxy. And here is my completed tumbler. I hope you enjoyed creating this tumbler along with me. I love the glitter and how much it sparkles, how much it shines in the sun. I'm very excited to be sharing this tutorial with you. I hope you have a great holiday season. We'll see you again in the next tutorial.